Not everyone is going to understand your path. You might not even understand your path. I know there's a lot of times I don't necessarily understand my path. Because when you choose to lead by the heart space in alignment with accordance of what God is calling for your life, it is not going to look like hopping on a highway. A lot of times it's going to look like you're out doing a ruck in the woods and just figuring it out moment by moment and knowing that there's a destination for you and having it in your mind and just walking in discipline towards that destination. There are going to be times that it will look like a highway, and there will be people that have gone and paved the way before you. And you'll be able to look at their life and say, okay, this is somewhat of a roadmap for me to get to my destination. But it's never going to be exactly the same. And so I'm saying this as a word of encouragement to you. You are being called for a higher way of being. You're being called to have faith, to hold on to hope, because faith conquers the wave, but hope conquers the ocean. And you have to believe almost irrationally that you will get to your destination. Think about the first sailors that decided that they wanted to cross the sea to whatever destination. Like, you have to believe, like they did, almost irrationally, that this water that seems like it's an ocean of endlessness, like infinity, you have to believe that there's land on the other side, that there's something for you, that there's that promised land. There is. And it takes an unbelievable amount of faith and trust in the guidance that's being called to you. You know, currently in my life right now, I'm being guided to have faith in ways that I know I'm capable of. But I'm having to remove things from my life that don't align. Things that I said to myself that I would do because I stopped trusting my path. And I made a video about this earlier, like a few weeks ago, but it was along the lines of having the courage to redirect. The courage to start again. And if that's you and you're being called to start again, whether that be moving, leaving a job, leaving a relationship, starting a new relationship, starting a business, closing out your business, and traveling, whatever it might be, or even when it comes to family, you know, if you're being called to a new way of life, and you are being challenged to be courageous. Not everyone's going to understand your path. It might look chaotic to other people. And you know what? When you're going through it, it somewhat is. But trust me when I say God has you. So I say God got you. God has you. God has you. He has a plan. And you must allow that plan to unfold the way that it was designed to unfold for you. And that might not show up in the way you wanted it to. It might not. But that doesn't mean that it's not it. You just have to trust that when things are unfolding in the season that you're in, whether you're in blossom or you're in harvest or you're in a season of barrenness or you're in the season of sowing seeds, whatever season you might be in, and there's 4 seasons. There's 4 seasons for a reason. Women very much know what it's like to live seasonally, because women have 4 seasons a month, hormonally. So we're unbelievably in tune with the cycle of the moon, the cycle of the seasons, and the cycle of men and us have the same thing of the circadian, the day and night, the rising and falling each day. But women, we have that innately in our body. Like, it's amazing to me. Women literally bleed for a whole 3 months. If you culminate all the months or all the weeks that a woman bleeds, it's the same amount of time that there is for fall. Women spend 3 months bleeding. Can you even... I can't believe it. I could totally believe it because I go through it. But the thing is, like, we as women are prepared within us to to know what it means to go through the pain, to bear the blessing of a new creation. That's what it looks like to be able to bear new creation. There's the sowing of the seed, there's the blossom of the seed, there is the shedding, the harvest of the seed, and then there's the barrenness. And so whatever season of life you might find yourself in right now, just trust that what's being presented to you is exactly what needs to be for you to have a fruitful season, for you to reap the harvest of what you want and God has called upon your life. So I just encourage you to trust even when you don't understand it, and to have almost irrational faith and a knowing that it will be good. That it will be good. Because it will be. And I see you. And I know that if you're here, it's because you're on this path too. And I love that you're my tribe. Like, thank you. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your contribution in this way, knowing that you're here with me. So, yeah. Keep the faith.